talk about Yu-Gi-Oh news, the latest and greatest in all things Yu-Gi-Oh. For those watching on the YouTubes, hello, welcome to Attention Duelist. I'm MistressDoom and I'm joined as always by Golden Nova Yu-Gi-Oh to catch up with all the things to do with the world of Yu-Gi-Oh. And we got a few bits for you. We got a few bits. Master Duel version 1.9.0 update, which was a huge 10 gigabyte PC update that we had. It's brought quite a lot of stuff to Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the new features of this that we've got is apparently the ability to read. Now, I didn't see anything different with this initially, but they've broken up the card text to make it easier to read for the English and such.
Thank goodness, because I can't read that stuff.
So that's pretty good. We can now break down text, which is fun. Now you can read, or fail to read still, but it was made easier for you, so I guess that's on you at a certain point. Don't know what you want from us. So that's what you get to do with that. You can read. It is a lot cleaner. I can tell that it's different, but, you know, I can tell it's different, so that's good. They also gave us the ability to zoom in on cards, including text and artwork. The person who got me this was definitely not biased in which card they chose in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, no biasness to that.
No.
None. Everyone owns that card, it's fine. Fair enough, fair enough. I can't argue.
Yeah, it was
with
like
that.
a greatest common denominator kind of deal.
Yeah, it was given out to everybody. The next feature we've got as well is they do now tell you who won the coin toss and what they chose. So that's interesting. Which is cool.
Good job on that coin flip, Jimmy.
Jimmy did win the coin flip and chose to go first. But now we know the coin toss, which is great. We also got new animations. Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage, Heavy Storm, Naturia Beast, and Fabled Leviathan all got new animations and summon effects. So when you see these guys played in game, be sure to check out what's going on with those, which is very cool. And then for Japanese players specifically, they had an update for over 4,206 cards with new text formatting. The card text to all of these cards now have numbering to the effects to show the different effects. So, for example, in Ancient Gate Golem, it used to be like that. It was all just block text. Now it's broken down into number effects, which is interesting.
That's how it always should have been, and it is how they should bring it over to the TCG. It's so clean that way.
It's clean, it's spicy. It's everything we need.
And arguably, they've kind of done it with the whole line break thing, but they could just go that little extra mile and start numbering those to make it really clear. That's super appreciative. Dropping inside the big update, we got a new selection pack, Revived Legion, now featuring SP Little Knight, the new Horus archetype, Salamangreat support, and the new Memento archetype. Some notable cards include the aforementioned SP Little Knight, a Link 2 Dark Warrior Link monster with 1600 attack, requiring any 2 effect monsters as material. If this card is Link summoned using a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster as material, you can target a card on the field or in either graveyard, banish it. Also, your monsters can't attack directly this turn. And when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including a monster that you control, and banish both until the end phase. You can only use each effective SP Little Knight once per turn. This has been fetching a hefty price in paper for the longest time because of its high level of utility, and now you get to use it online for just 30 UR. Following that up is Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, a Link 4 Fire Cybers monster with 2800 attack, requiring 2 or more fire effect monsters as material. If this card is Link summoned using Salamangreat Raging Phoenix as material, you can add a Salamangreat card from your deck to your hand. And if any number of face-up fire monsters you control are destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your grave, you can target one of those monsters and special summon this card, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's attack. You can only use each effect of Salamangreat Rising Phoenix once per turn. This is not just a big update for Salamangreat as they have a new tool to add to their Link lineup, but also to Snake Eyes. This is a pivotal card for one of their most powerful OTK pushes when combined with World Sea Serpent Zealantis, and it's going to go wild.
Hooray! I love Snake Eyes getting stronger. That's really what I needed in my life.
We were all excited for the underdog lore strategy Snake Eyes to finally take a couple wins. It's about time. Another update to a popular archetype is Horus, the Black Flame Deity, a level 8 fire dragon monster with 3000 attack and 1800 defense. If you control a Horus monster and King Sarcophagus, you can reveal this card in your hand, then send a card from your hand or field to the graveyard to send a card on the field to the graveyard. And if a face-up Horus monster you control accepts a copy of this card, or a face-up King's Sarcophagus you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can send all other monsters on the field to see the grave. This one is one that MistressDoom is very invested in, and we all love hearing me talk about it. Memento Tekuchlica Combined Creation, a level 11 Earthworm monster with 5,000 attack and defense. It can be normal summoned or set, and must be special summoned from the hand or graveyard by shuffling 5 other Memento monsters with different names from your hand and or grave into the extra deck. While you control no other monsters, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and once per turn if your opponent activates a card or effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon a Memento monster from your hand or graveyard.
I love Tekuchlica.
That's
Love
you
it.
and me both. Mementos are really cool.
I haven't played around with them, so I'm not 100% sure. So, that's my take. There's my hot information for you. I'm like, I don't fucking know what they do.
Alrighty. Next up is Overload Future Fusion, a continuous spell card. During your main phase, you can activate one of these effects. Reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck and send one of the fusion materials mentioned on it by name from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, you cannot special summon monsters with that name nor activate their monster effects for the rest of the turn. Or, you can fusion summon a Dark Machine fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion material listed on it from your graveyard. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn.
Alright, that's there's a retrain of Future Fusion, right?
Yeah, it's like they combined Future Fusion and Overload Fusion all together. There's yet to be a Dark Machine Fusion deck that can really put this through its paces, but honestly, it's only a matter of time with stuff like this.
I totally believe in Cyber Dragons figuring it out. Or is it like the Dark End version of them? Maybe they'll figure it out.
Yeah, Zane stands, rise up.
Yeah. Come on, Zane stands, we need you.
I hope you're hungry, because as always, there's a new secret pack dropping with the selection pack, and this time, it's all food themed. All of the Nouvelles and Sous Ship archetypal cards have been bundled together for easy access, so if you missed your chance when they were introduced into the game, now you can get them whenever you have gems. This means you can get such cards as Begrul des Nouvelles, Poissonnier des Nouvelles, Gunkan Sous Ship Uni Class Super Dreadnought, and Gunkan Sous Ship Shari Red. All are readily available in this secret pack, so get cooking, duelists!
I made Nouvelles, and I hated them, and I was just like, I can't say these card names, I don't like how they play, I'm done skeets with this shit.
I can't have fun with playing them, I can't have fun with the names. This is getting a 1-star review, you ain't coming back to the Michelin review.
I ain't giving you the stars, fam. I'm like, never again, broski. Never again. I ain't doing it, fam. It ain't happening. Now I get to do shop updates. Master Duel had some shop updates with the Horus and Memento archetypes dropping. Konami released some accessories to get with them. So you could get these lovely Protectors of MSD, Glory of Horus, which are actually very cool. These sleeves cost 100 gems. They're actually pretty good. Damn.
Oh yeah, that's... The Sons of Horus cards are pretty clean looking, so I'm glad Imseti gets a little spotlight time.
Yeah, it's looking pretty clean. You could also get the Gatic. Oh my god, it goes to the attic if it was fucked up. You could get that guy as an icon for 50 gems. Or you could get, this is pretty cool, look at this sarcophagus deck box. Is this pretty slick, man?
Oh yeah, oh my god.
Damn, that's like slick as hell for like 200 gems. I kind of want it.
That's pretty savage. I'm considering dropping a couple hundred gems on that myself now.
Yeah, it's looking slick, man.
It doesn't even matter what deck you're playing. The idea that you're grabbing your cards out of the ancient sarcophagus of kings, pretty snazzy.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, actually. I like it. They're pretty clean. They're all pretty clean looking, so, you know, it feels very cool.
We've got 2 new cards that have joined the pool of legacy cards. First up is Doomstar Ulka, a level 4 Wind Beast effect monster with 1500 attack and 400 defense. When exactly one monster you control and no other monsters leave the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard. If that monster is in the grave or banished face up, special summon it, otherwise, special summon this banished card. And if this card is special summoned, you can make it gain 1500 attack until the end of your next turn. And you can only use each effect of Doomstar Ulka once per turn.
That's my nephew, you know? That's my nephew.
Oh,
They're
cool.
a
So,
star, you know?
Brothers or sister side?
A sister's side. Fuck it, I don't know my lore. My sister's side.
This is why we asked the questions. We're gonna figure this stuff out live.
Yeah. No, that's anything with Doom in its name is somehow related to me. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, and it's a doggo, so that helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they married into the Wind Dynasty, because this card is kind of funny, especially in limited play.
Okay, what does it do, Nova? What does it do?
Like if something gets banished or removed from the field at all, you get to banish this card from your hand or graveyard. And then if whatever was removed from the field is like in the grave or banished, so if they use like traditional kinds of removal, you get that monster back. But if they like bounced it back to like the extra deck or something, you summon Doomstar Ulka and it hits the board as a 3000 monster. So it's a lot of cool retaliatory damage, but it's not good for like a lot of like actual constructed formats. But if you're playing like a goofy series with your friends, Doomstar Ulka just comes out of nowhere and just bashes your opponent for playing removal. It's very funny.
All right, we have another card that made it to the pool too.
And that would be Over Exaggeration, which has one of the best card arts in the entire game. It's a quick play spell card. At the start of the damage step, if two monsters battle, you activate one of these effects. Either change the attacking monster to defense position, return the attack target to the hand, or destroy both battling monsters. You can only activate one Over Exaggeration per turn.
It's kind of a banging card. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's like every battle trick condensed into a single card. So you get to pick whichever one is best for any given situation. It's pretty fun.
That's not a bad card. You could definitely find some fun plays with that bad boy. And that's most of the updates that we got in the Master Duel update. So, and the TCG also has stuff. We're going to start off with the World Championship Commemorative Accessories, because to celebrate the World Championship 2024 being held in the United States, Konami are releasing a special release of the 2013 Commemorative Accessories, making them available for purchase from any official tournament store. Accessories include the Eternal Golden City game mat and a pack of sleeves. However, prices are not known. Why, Nova, have they gone back to 2013 playmats?
Boy, I wish I could tell you. Now, it's cool to see full arts of prize cards, though. Having the big Grand City Turtle on hand as a mat. I wouldn't say no, but it's not like we've stopped doing this. It's not like we don't have more modern ones to pull from, so hands in the air. I have no clue.
Okay, I was wondering why 2013? Was 2013 a particularly good year in the TCG?
Maybe, but we'll have to leverage the knowledge of a more invested historian, because I'm not entirely sure.
All right, chat. If you know, or if you in the YouTube comments know, let us know. Let us know in the comments right now, and cheekily hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Do that. Let's get to 10K this year. Let's go.
Yeah, be a little cheeky. Come on.
A little spicy. Yeah. Are you ready for a game of Can You Spot the Difference?
Oh, boom. I'm right here. I'm ready for it.
It's the 2024 Lost Art Promotions, which will be released on the 3rd of May, 2024. They return, including Monster Reborn Lost Art being reprinted. We have 8 cards getting their Lost Art Promotion, so let's play Spot the Difference, shall we? Starting up with our Treeborn Frog. On the left is the OCG, on the right is the TCG. Nova, what's changed?
What's changed is apparently our stance on showing imagery that could be associated with Christianity. The halo was removed for the TCG localization of Treeborn Frog.
The classic, the good old classic where any religious symbol must disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much the banging on that one.
Even though we'll just make a card that is just the Tree of Life, but you know, that's...
Yeah, don't worry about that.
That doesn't count if it's that religion.
What about Exodia Necros? What's changed for him?
The Ankh is obscured in the TCG, in the localization. It's pretty clear in the original. There's a kind of like purple insignia over the new one.
And is all I think got changed on that guy? I think it was just the Ankh.
I believe so.
I think that's all that changes on Exodia Netcross. Then you got the gimmick puppet Dreary doll, who is allowed to be a lot more fucked up than she originally was.
Yeah, we couldn't let kids think that the doll got shot in the head over here in the TCG.
And then was put in a coffin.
And, oh, you're right. They did take it out of a coffin in a gift box.
Yeah, they changed the coffin to a kit, like a gift box. They took away the shot and blood, basically, from her.
Wow.
So it's good to get her non-censored version, because, oh my god, heaven forbid we put a gimmick puppet in a coffin. Who'd have thunk it?
Heaven forbid women die or something.
Yeah, children can't die. It's Pokemon rules. You can't die. That is the spot, the difference for that. All right, it's my boy, Eldritch the Golden Lord. Chat, what changed?
I'm going to let chat figure this out, because I'm already seeing what it is, and I'm ashamed that we didn't get it over here already.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up we didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm offended.
They made him less dommy in the TCG. That's not fair.
They did. Exactly. He has a corpse, chat. You're bang on the money. He's sitting on a pile of corpses.
Let my boy Steppy.
Let him step on those corpses and be like, I did this. And I'm proud. I forget one of these ones. One of these ones is going to make Nova really happy and me really sad.
Oh, boy.
But right now, what's the difference between double trap hole? Let's give chat a minute to figure it out. Let's have a nosy and figure it out, chat. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna, obviously we all know what it is. I'm gonna let chat guess what reference I'm about to make about this, though. That'll be the real kicker.
Are you gonna make a reference?
Oh yeah, I've got a reference lined up right here, and it goes out to all of my visual novel lovers out there. That's my one hint.
Okay, make the reference, Nova. I gotta know what it is.
The difference is the meat on the bone, as said by the main character of Danganronpa 2 during the first
Classic.
the first trial, 1,800 times.
Classic. Yeah, there's no longer a doll in this artwork. It's it was a piece of meat, but now we get the doll. All right, chat. What's the difference on these two artworks? It's a really difficult one. This is a hard spot. The difference right here.
When they translated it over to the TCG, they took away joy.
Come on, man. There's no joy in the OCG version.
I'm deriving a lot of enjoyment from the original Watt Cancel.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we should turn the voltage up, actually. It wasn't enough to get rid of him.
He can barely handle it as it is.
This is a picture of what actually happens during our pre-show when Ojama Yellow is setting up our lights.
Yeah, he's not very good at it. It
happens every time.
Very different. The TCG is just a cross and lightning bolt, but the original is Ojama Yellow getting fucked up.
Just dying.
Just literally fucking dying. It's kind of nuts. Now we have the ultimate offering. Differences. There's blood now. There's blood now.
See, what gets me is that both of these feel equally gruesome. Like, obviously, the first one is just someone giving a literal blood sacrifice, but the TCG one is a blood monster just bounding out of someone's head like Zeus birthing the other deities.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. And then the final one that we're going to be getting is the Ultimate offering, which again gets its blood back.
Yay. Cool, I guess.
What is your favorite OCG art that is coming to the Lost Art promotions? We're done with the sexy women now. We're on to like, oh my god, this one's slightly dark and ominous.
What? Cancel. What? Cancel. What? Cancel.
Why? Why is this your favorite? Come on. No. No.
Yes.
Chat, tell me what cancel isn't your favorite too. Come on, man. It can't be. Chat wouldn't do me dirty like this. We need more Ojama art in general, but this is bad Ojama art. This is fucked up Ojama art.
Oh, okay. So an Ojama with a nice skeletal structure doesn't count, huh?
What a lovely skeletal structure he has. It's beautiful.
I just love knowing that there is nothing actually connecting the eyeballs to the skull.
Yeah,
they're just kind of floating there. I guess that's why it's so easy to like make the hoodie out of it, though. To be honest.
Yeah, it explains a lot of the anatomy, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm learning much about Ojamas.
Damn, poor Ojamas. Chat's agreeing with you. I'm moving to the OCG. I'm fleeing.
Following up on the last tactical tryout structure deck for Cyber Dragons, it was mentioned that 2 more would be coming: an Eldritch the Golden Lord one and an Evil Twin one. And now they've been revealed, and they went just as hard, if not harder. Let's take a look at what these decks have in store.
Okay, no, but this is the Eldritch deck.
Wow, okay. Yeah. So, is that triple Eldritch I'm looking at?
Yeah, so 3 Eldritch the Golden Lord.
Okay, so 3 of that.
Yeah.
There's Baylor Drock, Netherworld, Necroworld Banshee, and Zombie World, which is just a great trio to provide continual negation across any zombie monster, which means field and graveyard, all that stuff. 2 Extravagance, 1 Prosperity, which is a wild thing considering the 2 conflict with each other, but it still gets you pot cards. No less than 4 Floodgates in here, thus showing that Konami is saying that it's cool to play Floodgates.
Hey, there's some Infinite Impermanence in there. There's a Dogmatica Punishment in there. God, there is regularly if the Warlord skill drain goes and match. God, that's gross.
Double Imperm, double Torrential, the Lightning Storm, the 2 best Foolish Burial cards out there.
Yeah, it's pretty cracked.
Garura in the side. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then in the extra deck you got Garura, you got Elder Entity, it's Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, as well as number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora, and Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libe, and a Divine Arsenal Triple Ace Zeus Sky Thunder, as well as Link Spider Nightmare Phoenix Vampire Sucker. They're kind of cracked, right? This is you don't even need to buy 3 of this. This is just a buy a one and done kind of deck. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, like you could cut some of these for like more optimal ratios, but you don't need to. This is grand out of the box.
Yeah, and now we have a Live Twins one as well, Nova.
Oh my lord. Okay, so the double maxi.
Yep.
3 of each twin, 1 each of the seasonal outfits.
Yeah, boy, they put the Sprite engine in there.
They put starter in there.
Yeah, they thank you for the follow, Terracon. Welcome on in. Yeah, it's nuts, right?
God.
Yeah.
What?
These are phenomenal decks. This is exactly the direction they were meant to go.
And the pricing of these structure decks remains the same at only 1,100 yen, or, drum roll please, $7.20 USD.
Yeah,
$7.20.
It's like $7.
That is cheaper here for our structure decks that has like maybe 4 good cards.
Yeah, these are nuts. I would love to see something like this brought to the TCG.
Keep an eye out. These are releasing June 8th in all regions that they're available in. TCG. Okay, TCG, we know what you're capable of. We know what you can do. You have no excuse now.
You can do this. They even gave them the IP Masquerena, the Axis Kotorka. Oh, God. They're so good.
The IP into Unicorn line is here, and oh my God.
Yeah, these are absolute. Yeah, for like $7.
They are
like $7.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, these. I want to see these over in the TCG now, so bad. They would be so good for bringing people into the card game.
If I remember correctly, these are for the Asian English market that's been opening up. They're trying to introduce cards into.
Just says the OCG.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is just the OCG. So these are kind of cracked.
Because it would make sense if it was for that market, because they're trying to like get people onto Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, it's just for the OCG.
sell low, but if it's just OCG in general, like, Jesus.
Yeah, these are just the decks they're bringing out. And I'm like, whoa, you guys did know the engines people were playing, and you could give us decks like this. So please do, because these are both really cracked decks, so go for it.
I'm happy for the people getting them. I'm just mad that they can be this good and this cheap, and we're not getting them.
It's exactly what they need to do to bring people in. So let's pray, everybody. Cross your fingers and toes for a TCG release of these bad boys. Keeping the mood producing for the OCG. On the 21st of May, a new Kaiba card will be released as part of the V-Jump promotion. Introducing Detonating Kaiba, a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster with 300 attack and 200 defense. If a Kaiba monster card is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, as a quick effect, you can equip this card on the field to that opponent's monster as an equip spell, with the effect that the equipped monster's effects are now negated. You can only use each effect of the Detonating Kaiba once per turn. So it's a little negate. You can just stop their effects for a turn.
Yeah, just summon it out and just dare them to do something. It's very funny.
Yeah, be like, do it. Look at that bad boy. It's a new Kaiba card. You can't just transition from some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh products we've seen to a Kaiba card. I absolutely can and did.
Hey, this card is based. You quiet yourself, non-believer.
It's so good. It's not bad.
No, I think it's pretty solid. Because you only need the first effect if you're running Kaiba stuff. You can play the second effect. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Okay, chat. The Kaiba card isn't doing it for you, but what if I told you we had some XYZ support for good old Kaiba boy? What if I told you that was a thing?
Don't you mean Xyz?
No, I mean XYZ. It's different.
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's different. It's different.
We just recently got some updates from the Duelist pack, Duelists of Brilliance. The set is releasing on the 25th of May, 2024, and 7 new cards have been revealed to be contained alongside previously spoken about Tachyon Dragon support. We got any Mistress or Trickstar fans in the audience? Because you're gonna love this one. Trickstar Aqua Angel is a level 4 water monster in the light deck pack? Huh? Fairy effect monster with 0 attack and defense. This card is also always treated as a Mistress card. Link monsters that point to this card cannot be destroyed by battle, and you can only use each of the following effects of Trickstar Aqua Angel once per duel. If you control a Trickstar or Mistress monster, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, and if this card is sent to the grave as link material for anything, you can look at your opponent's hand and all face-down cards that they control.
Wait, what the fuck is that last effect?
Yup, perfect knowledge of everything that your opponent has on hand.
Oh
I'm sure that this effect will be very normal and won't cause any problems ever.
No, absolutely. Could not possibly cause a problem. Don't know what you're on about.
Anyway, moving on from that, the remaining 6 cards are for the Seto Kaiba fans, but not the Blue Eyes variety. The A to Z deck will be receiving the remaining 6 cards as support for the archetype, and we're leading things off with their new big boss monster, XYZ Hyper Dragon Cannon, a level 8 light machine fusion monster with 3000 attack and 2800 defense, requiring X-Cross Cannon, Y Dragon Yearhead, and Z Zillion Tank. It must first be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards from your field and or graveyard. Once per opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can discard a card, then target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. And you can banish this card from your field or graveyard and reveal a level 8 light machine fusion monster in your extra deck. Special summon up to 3 material whose names are mentioned on that monster from your grave and or banishment.
Wowie, that sounds not at all broken.
No. This covers the original XYZ Dragon Cannon, the newer ABC Dragon Buster, and, funnily enough, Cyber Twin Dragons, so you can summon out 2 Cyber Dragons for free. Next up is Union Controller, a level 6 light machine fusion monster with 2200 attack and 1900 defense, requiring any light machine monster and a Y Dragon Yearhead or Z Zillion tank. Must first be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards that you control. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can add a spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that mentions the Union monster in its text, and you can only use this effect of this card once per turn. Also once per turn, during your main phase, you can special summon a Light Machine, Normal, or Union monster from your hand.
This seems fair. Enemy
Absolutely.
controller getting a card. Not on my list of things this year.
It's so funny! And also might explain why we got that enemy controller, Matt, a little while ago, actually.
Yeah, it does make things make more sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the thing that I hate about this the most, all of this is indirect Ojama support.
Oh my god, it is!
Anyway, we've talked a lot about this fusion material, but these are new cards that haven't been around, so let's go ahead and cover those. Starting with X-Cross Cannon, a level 4 Light Machine Union monster with 1800 attack and 1500 defense. If you control a Light Machine, Fusion, or Union monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and during your main phase, you can equip one appropriate Light Machine Union monster directly from your deck to this card as if it were equipped by that monster's effect. Also, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except light monsters, and you can only use each effect of X-Cross Cannon once per turn. Any effect that can equip Union monsters for free that does not apply the you can't special summon that monster that turn effect is going to go wild, and X-Cross Cannon enables that. White Dragon Yearhead is a level 4 Light Machine Union monster with 1500 attack and 1600 defense. If this card is special summoned, you can equip one level 4 Light Machine monster from your hand or grave to this card. Also, you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except light monsters. Once per turn, you can either target one machine monster you control and equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it. And if the equipped monster would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. Along a similar vein, we have Zillion Tank, a level 4 Light Machine Union monster with 1500 attack and 1300 defense. If this card is special summoned, you can equip one of your banished level 4 Light Machine monsters to this card. Also, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except light monsters. And it has the usual Union text. Once per turn, you can either equip this to a machine monster that you target, or you can unequip this and special summon it, and if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy this card instead. Lastly, we're rounding things out with Union Activation, a normal spell card that sends a Light Machine, Normal, or Union monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, add a Light Machine monster with the same attack but a different original name from your deck to your hand. And if you special summon 3 Light Machine monsters at the same time while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card to add a monster with 3000 or more attack from your deck to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon it. Now, that last effect is primarily a reference to the time that Kaiba detached the XYZ Dragon Cannon into 3 components so that he could contribute all of them for Obelisk the Tormentor, and you can do the exact same thing with Union Activation. But
You are selling it.
But people are already coming up with some wild combos. I believe it was Emperor Stove just a couple of days ago showed that this is part of a combo that sets up the World FTK by infinitely skipping your opponent's turn using the regenerating materials off of ABC Dragon Buster to accomplish this. So that's going to be very, very fun to see labbed out in practice.
Poggin. Good old Kaiba bringing us some broken cards. All right, we got some promotional campaigns for China and Asia right now. As part of a promotional campaign in China and various other Asian countries, Duelists will receive a free deck box through a lottery with each shop purchase. These are the deck boxes. We've got a Crowler / Ancient Gear Golem one, a Diabel's the original Sin Keeper, a Spiritual Beast Tamer Lara / Ritual Beast Ulti Nochi Drago, and Soulburner / Salmon Great Raging Phoenix. These are pretty cool deck boxes.
I'm always glad to see D-Bells on stuff, because that lady's pretty.
I'm not sure why Crowler and Ancient Gears got the love here, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a little late to tie into the Legacy of Destruction cards they just got. So, I don't know.
It's kind of wacky, but here we go. These are some deck boxes that China and Asian countries can win in a lottery. So please release cool shit like this in like Europe and America. That would be cool.
Also, folks, they've got it on here, so we've got to say it. Lore, 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 lore.
Lore?
Lore.
Lore?
Lore. Lore. Lore.
Don't worry about it. All right, we have more cards, and people are pretty excited for this next set of cards because it's been about 15 years since the release of this, and we finally get cards.
God, this threw me for a loop when I saw the previews for it. This is so funny. It's been 15 years since the release of Clear World and Clear Vice Dragon, and finally, the rest of the archetype is coming to the OCG. 5 new cards have been announced to be included in the Animation Chronicle 2024 set that comes to the OCG on the 22nd of June this year. First up, we have Clear Vicious Knight, a level 8 Dark Warrior effect monster with 2300 attack and 1000 defense that you can tribute with just 1 tribute if the monster mentions Clear World. It gains attack equal to the highest original attack among monsters your opponent controls. You are unaffected by the effects of Clear World, and your opponent cannot activate the effects of special summoned monsters with attack lower than the tribute summoned cards. This is pretty bonkers because this is essentially just a skill drain for your opponent, and it gets heckin' huge the more your opponent commits to the board.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Clear Rage Golem is a level 4 Dark Rock monster with 1600 attack and 1800 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate this effect. Your monsters that mention Clear World can attack directly this world. You can activate this effect. Your monsters that mention Clear World can attack directly this turn. A brutal combo when it comes to Vicious Warrior. You are unaffected by the effects of Clear World while this is on the field, and when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can inflict 300 damage to them for each card in their hand to kind of exacerbate the extra damage you'll be doing by attacking directly. Next up is Clear Phantom, a level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster with 1600 attack and 1800 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can discard this card and any other card to add 2 cards from your deck to your hand that are either Clear World and or spells and traps that mention it. You are unaffected by the effects of Clear World, and if this card is destroyed, you can target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Clear Cube is a level 1 Dark Machine monster with 0 attack and defense. You are unaffected by the effects of Clear World. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 monster that mentions Clear World in addition to your normal summon or set. In effect, you can only gain once per turn. And if this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon a monster from your deck that mentions Clear World. And lastly, and the most wild of them all, is Clear Wall, a continuous spell card. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. If Clear World is on the field, you can add a monster from your deck to your hand that mentions it. Monsters that mention Clear World cannot be destroyed by battle, also you take no battle damage from battles involving them. And while you control a level 7 or higher monster that mentions Clear World, all effects of Clear World are applied to your opponent regardless of the attributes that they control. This is frankly absurd because what we're doing here is applying your opponent plays with their hand revealed. They have to pay 500 life points for every spell they want to activate. They take 1,000 damage during each of their end phases. They can't attack if they have 2 or more monsters. And some other thing that they have to destroy one of their defense position monsters every turn. It's just a gaggle of effects that you just get to force on your opponent, and you don't have to deal with any of it because all of your Clear World monsters say, no, don't worry about it. You're immune.
That is just a huge old floodgate right there. That's just a floodgate deck. It's horrible.
Yeah. Perfect knowledge. Keep them from attack. They can only attack with 1 monster, and they can only have 1 monster if they want to do it. And yeah, tax effects. It's wild, and I'm not sure what kind of deck would be built to leverage this the best, but it's only a matter of time before someone figures out how to do something wild with this. It's going to be absurd.
Yeah, someone's going to go absolutely ham with that. And that takes us to our favorite section, or my favorite section of this, which is the merchandise section. Are you ready for some merch?
Merch. Yeah.
Yep. The 3 most famous characters and monsters in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Are going to be receiving some new merchandise at pop-up stores in Shinjuku Maru Annex. From the 3rd of May to the 19th of May, the store will be selling the following products. Here we go. Here's like the little promo art for it. It's Kaiba, Yami, and Yugi.
Ooh, okay.
Look, you can tell it's Yugi because he doesn't have the stripe sticking up, and Yami thought it was cool to make those stick up. He had hair gel.
I need to have the protagonist hair cowlick thing. It's important for my character development.
Kaiba looks too happy here. Don't lie to
Yeah,
me. Kaiba's
he's
never
got
that happy.
Little demented energy right there. I can dig it.
He do. All right, this first image is how we're gonna have to go through this. First, for every 3,000 yen, which is roughly $20 spent, one of 6 random bromides will be given, featuring either Yugi, Yami, Seto Kaiba, Dark Magician Girl, or Blue Eyes White Dragon. Those are the upper part of this image. There are also acrylic stands for $10.79 featuring Yugi, Yami, Kaiba, Dark Magician Girl, or Blue Eyes White Dragon. There are square keychains that are around $5, which is a blind single where you could get any of the 6 characters, as well as glitter stickers of the 6 characters. But that's not all. They also have a lot for these things. They have the tapestries, which feature the characters on that you can get for around $17.98. Clear files, a set of 3, which feature Yami, Yugi, and Dark Magician, Yugimoto and Dark Magician Girl, and Seto Kaiba and Blue Eyes White Dragon. There are also postcards for $1.48, which has Yugi, Yami, Kaiba, Dark Magician Girl, or Blue Eyes White Dragon. There's an acrylic diorama for $32, a tote bag for $25, and a muffler towel for $18.71. So they've kind of gone ham on these a bit. And I kind of want some of them. I want a Yami Actually, I was about to say I want a Yami tapestry, and then I remember Konami sent me one ages ago, and it's on the back of my door. I have a Yami tapestry.
What we need, more of it.
You know, I always need more.
Absolutely.
I always
I wish I
need
could get
more.
a better look at it. I can't really make out most of it this resolution, to be honest.
Yeah,
they're making a
pretty hard. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
So we got our tapestries.
Okay, that's nice.
We got the clear files.
Mm-hmm.
Got the little acrylic stands.
I love the acrylic ones.
The tote bag.
Tote bag's okay. Oh.
And then, you know, the towel.
I definitely have to wash my body using the power of dark magic. There ain't no other way to get that stuff out.
And then you got, like, your keychains, your acrylic stands. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there you go. I gave you the best look I can.
I dig.
Gave you the best I can. Yep, that's
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh god, I would love a little bit more Rio Bakura merch. That would be the dream right there. How about some sleeves? Do you like the back of your Yu-Gi-Oh cards on show whilst you duel? Because Konami have released 4 different colored sleeves and a matte finish designed around the card back. So we've got the OG card back.
That's awesome.
We've got the red version, like we saw on Slifer when they originally printed Slifer Obelisk, and that we got the Obelisk version.
I'll take that. That's pretty cute.
Zoom out slightly more. Hold up. There you go. And we got this. I don't like this version. This version sucks. Where's the yellow?
That's like monochrome, right?
Yeah. Where's the yellow?
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Red looks great. Blue looks great. Original looks great. This I'm not the biggest fan of.
Wait, is the original supposed to be raw?
That's what I had to take. I was like, we got Obelisk, we got
kind of yellowy.
We got Slifer, and then we just got original. Yeah, there's no yellow, but they definitely did a different yellow when they did the 3 original God cards, and they had different colored backs.
Oh, well then I've got no excuse. I think they just dropped the ball.
A little bit.
Thanks
what if
for
gray is
that.
because of manga? Yeah, maybe gray is manga. There should have been a yellow, though. You can't do red and blue and skip yellow. Fuck you, Raw.
Yeah, look, I mean, I can only speak for other human beings. As a dueling infernal doggo, you might not have that problem. But we monkeys have pattern recognition hardwired into our brain, and when you don't do the pattern correctly, we get big angry.
True. I got our shoe just for the manga. What if I make it up to you, Raw people who've been ignored by the card sleeves, with something better than card sleeves?
Oh?
Yeah, huh? Yeah. Raw. You like Raw? Do you like Raw?
Not really. Actually, that kind of sucks.
Raw says, "Rawr! What about a Raw figure?"
No, the Blaze Cannon is attacking me specifically.
What about a raw figure? We've got an actual raw figure coming out. Showcasing at the Shizuku Hobby Show running from the 8th of May to 12th of May, the Winged Dragon of Ra model kit figure has been shown off in all its colors. This model kit is created by Bandai Spirits and is similar to the currently available Black Luster Soldier and Exodia Incarnate figures. Things I have to build on stream at some point, those figures.
Yes.
Yeah, but now that you guys have started my collection of those figures, I feel like I just have to get all the Yu-Gi-Oh figures. There's one left on my throne, which is Blue Eyes. It's the only one we're missing so far, chat. It's fucked up. It's the only one we're missing. But now there's going to be a Raw as well that we'll be missing.
And then we will have all of them so that we can unseal the Millennium Tablet.
Yeah, exactly. So there's your Raw. That's your Raw merch. You don't get these cool sleeves like Obelisk and Slifer do, but you do get an entire figure. So I got one thing to end out tonight's news, chat. One thing.
Oh, what's that?
What if Yu-Gi-Oh's as far as you think of card games, which card game do you most think is likely to be haunted?
Oh, well, that's a rough one. Magic the Gathering certainly has its fair share of controversies and haunted cards, but I feel like it's hit too much mainstream stuff to really have like a supernatural presence. The Vanguard is too cheery, Pokemon is too cheery. It really has to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Right?
We have the Shadow Realm. We deal with spirits from all the different realm. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about summoning spirits to fight for you. I reckon Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be the most haunted card game.
Okay, well, I mean, thankfully we don't have to worry about anything tying into that subject because it's the middle of May. Nothing weird's gonna happen in May.
That's true, but a local DFW shop owner, Evolutions Games, came into their store thinking their shop was the next Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG shop to be robbed in the area. But it's not quite what they thought because they looked at the CCTV footage, and we're gonna have a quick look at that. We're gonna have a quick nosy at that. And it's a video from Twitter. I got it. Here's my script because it's the same capture. Here's the actual thing you need to see that's not my script. You see this case over here with product and trophies in it?
Oh, yeah, okay. It looks like a pretty standard card shop.
Yeah, you know, it's just a card shop at night. All right, let's have a little... What? Oh. Well, why did that happen? It's just one more for those who missed it. Yeah, it just... Why? Why did that happen? That's...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's the weirdness of it all.
I think a little gross ghost of fled dreams might have gotten out.
Yeah, so they looked at the CCTV footage of the store and there's no person. The glass just randomly shatters into pieces. So now people are like, oh, is the shop haunted? Others have said, oh, it changes temperature. And this is the second time this has happened with the shop with two different brands of cases.
Oh.
Do you think it's haunted, chat? That's the question. I never thought we'd get to do something ghost related here on this particular content, but here we are.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna say, I live in the area. I'm about to get my camera. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna take my ghost sensors. We're gonna investigate this.
I think so. Like, explain this to me, chat. Just explain this. It's completely fine, and it just shatters for no reason.
Yeah.
Just no reason.
This is mostly to clear my good name because there are many people saying that I shattered it with my powerful psychic mind blasts.
Like, even if you go in reverse, it's like, there's nothing. Nothing happens to trigger this. It just shatters, right?
Just boop.
It just goes.
It goes.
So, yeah, the Spirit of the Millennium Ring shattered this case. It's really weird, actually. It is quite bizarre.
Trying to get out? Trying to find a new host?
I'll be your host, Bakura. Come over to the UK. You're in the wrong place, fam.
Hey, you're already my co-host. Don't be co-hosting with Millennium items of ancient dark power.
I really want to experience Bakura just once, okay?
Okay.
Just once. So here you go, chat. Do you think it's haunted? What do you reckon happened with this shop? Do you, like, I generally don't have I want to say, if people are saying the temperature in the shop changes randomly, that maybe the temperature change shattered the glass, because we know that happens in cars all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we're gonna drop the kayfabe for a bit, this happens. But like, putting the kayfabe back on, evil forces are at work.
I really want to believe Yu-Gi-Oh is haunting this store and just shattered their cases. Yeah, it's the fact that it's happened twice in 2 different cases. It's like, what? I want to say it's the temperature. I want to say the temperature changed in the shop, and that wouldn't pick up on camera and trigger any motion, and then that's why the glass just shattered. But, you know.
It's proof that the episode of GX where the Jinzo ghost shows up is a documentary, not fiction.
Oh my god.
That's why we can't see it. It's psychically erased its presence from the CCD footage.
All right, we have decided that it's the ghost of Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Spirit haunting this. That's what we've decided. That's what chat and me have decided, because it's way cooler that way.
Absolutely.
It's just way cooler that way. I want it to be that way. Credit to House of Champs for sharing the video, by the way. It was their Twitter that shared the video. And that's pretty much all the news this week, chat. We've caught you up with everything Yu-Gi-Oh!
But now watch as I rise to a whole new height, and my mad battle cry will be heard.